What if the vegetables you consume daily, the ones you've always trusted like your favorite aunt's apple pie, might actually be subtly, sneakily accelerating the aging process in your most vital systems? We're talking about your immune system starting to feel like it's running a marathon in worn-out flip-flops, your brain turning into a foggy window on a chilly morning, and your legs, well, let's just say they might start feeling like they're auditioning for a role in a slow-motion movie where everyone's moving at a snail's pace. Sounds dramatic, right? Well, just stay with me here for a second, because that's exactly what's happening to far too many seniors, and the saddest part? Most people are completely unaware of it. Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to Senior Life Fitness. Today, we're about to drop a knowledge bomb that may just radically alter your perspective on what constitutes nutritious eating. We're going to reveal the 3 common vegetables you should absolutely, positively stay away from, or at least significantly limit, particularly if you deeply value your independence, your precious brain power, and the strength and stability of your legs. These aren't just about avoiding bad foods. It's about making conscious choices to protect your future self. And if you stay to the end of the video, I promise to unveil the 3 incredible vegetables that you should embrace and consume regularly. These are your true allies, designed by nature to help with your daily mobility, optimize your circulation, and enhance your vital nerve function. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. Where in the world are you watching this video from today? Please let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, feel absolutely free to ask any questions you may have about these veggies or anything else related to healthy aging. I personally read through your comments, and I truly value your insights and curiosity. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of Senior Life Fitness's top-tier, science-backed health advice that can genuinely change your life. First is the white potato. They're cozy, familiar, and seem to be at nearly every family get-together, always ready to lend a starchy hand. But, my dear friends, if you're over 60, this beloved starchy staple can be subtly, silently, and significantly harming your health without you even realizing it. Why, you ask? It all boils down to something called the glycemic index, GI. Think of the glycemic index as a speedometer for how quickly a food turns into sugar in your bloodstream. White potatoes, especially when cooked in common ways like mashed or baked, have a remarkably high GI ranking. What does this mean in plain English? It means they convert into sugar almost instantaneously upon digestion. Let me tell you about Harold. Harold is a wonderful gentleman, a 72-year-old retired truck driver from Ohio, with a hearty laugh and a penchant for routine. For decades, every single night without fail, Harold ate mashed potatoes. "I never gave up on anything, especially my spuds," he used to tell me with a twinkle in his eye. But then, about a year ago, Harold started noticing concerning changes. He'd wake up with numb, cold feet, feeling like he'd been walking barefoot in the Arctic. His knees felt increasingly tight, like they were rusting shut, and he had trouble standing steadily, particularly when navigating stairs. It felt like his legs had a mind of their own, often wobbling when he least expected it. Harold, like many of us, simply assumed it was just aging. He'd sigh, shrug his shoulders, and say, "Well, what can you do? Getting old ain't for sissies." But as part of a routine comprehensive examination, we delved deeper, examining his daily meals, his long-standing habits. And the trend was clear, almost shouting from his food diary. Those beloved white potatoes, especially when generously paired with cream and butter, were subtly but surely reducing his circulation and ramping up the silent fires of inflammation throughout his body. And here's where it gets even trickier, and frankly, a bit more perilous for your health. It gets significantly worse if you pile on those classic, tempting toppings like crispy bacon bits, gooey cheese, or creamy sour cream. While delicious, these additions bring a payload of more salt, a surge of saturated fat, which can lead to dangerously elevated blood pressure and ultimately increased cardiac strain. It's like turning a small problem into a full-blown emergency. But here's the truly exhilarating news, the silver lining in this starchy cloud. Harold, bless his heart, made one remarkably simple yet profoundly impactful change. He swapped his nightly ritual of mashed potatoes for, drumroll please, boiled broccoli. Yes, that often maligned, sometimes avoided green powerhouse. We'll delve into the incredible benefits of broccoli in just a moment, so stay tuned for that. But for Harold, the transformation was swift and noticeable. After just 2 short weeks, he experienced significantly less stiffness in his joints, a remarkable improvement in his circulation, and a newfound, glorious sense of self-assurance on his feet. He felt more stable, more confident, and less prone to those unsettling wobbles. It was like he'd turned back the clock on his legs. Let's now shift our focus to a vegetable that, despite its seemingly innocuous and even strikingly attractive appearance, often a deep, glossy purple, may be silently causing significant joint inflammation and reducing your range of motion. We are, of course, discussing eggplant. Yes, that versatile and sometimes exotic-looking member of your produce aisle. Eggplants are part of a botanical group known as the nightshade family. Now, here's the crucial detail for our senior community. Many adults over the age of 60, as their bodies subtly change and their sensitivities increase, grow more susceptible and reactive to nightshades. This is especially true for those who already grapple with conditions like arthritis, persistent tight joints, or nagging nerve pain. Now, it's important to note, some individuals can consume nightshades perfectly fine without a single ripple of discomfort. They're like the superheroes of digestion, impervious to its effects. But for a significant portion of the population, particularly as we age, it all boils down to a specific, naturally occurring substance found in nightshades called solanine. Solanine, in nature, acts as a defense molecule, a kind of natural pesticide that plants employ to ward off hungry insects and other predators. It's their built-in protection system. However, when consumed by susceptible humans, especially an aging body, it can act as a direct irritant. Think of it as a tiny, persistent thorn in your side, or more accurately, in your joints. It particularly targets those areas already prone to discomfort or inflammation, like your lower back, your hips, and your knees. It's like pouring a little salt into an already tender wound. The insidious part? The consequences of solanine accumulation in older adults take time to manifest. You won't typically experience spectacular, immediate outbursts of pain or dramatic allergic reactions. Instead, it's a much more subtle, frustrating pattern of what feels like normal wear and tear, but amplified. In the morning, your joints can feel stiff and swollen, as if they've been inflated overnight, making those first few steps out of bed a true struggle. Your legs may feel consistently heavy, like you're constantly wading through thick mud or carrying around a small pony. Stairs, once a mundane part of your day, could suddenly feel like climbing Mount Everest. Your entire body might feel stiff, resistant, and frustratingly uncooperative. The actual, more profound threat from solanine goes beyond just joint irritation. This compound has been shown to potentially slow down the signals from your brain to your legs. It's like your brain is trying to send an urgent text message to your muscles, but the signal is weak, intermittent, or experiences significant lag. This frustrating delay increases your likelihood of stumbling over unseen obstacles, results in slower, less precise responses when you need them most, and ultimately contributes to poorer overall balance. Imagine trying to catch a falling object or step over a curb, and your body's reaction time is just a fraction of a second too slow. That fraction can mean the difference between a near miss and a painful fall. It's profoundly emotional too. You might begin to actively stay off of stairs, opting for the elevator or avoiding upper floors. You might start refusing invitations to social gatherings, especially those that involve walking or standing for long periods, simply because you worry that your body won't be able to keep up, or that the discomfort will become too overwhelming. This can lead to a sense of isolation, a feeling of missing out on life, and a disheartening belief that your best days are behind you. You might start feeling old before your time. Here's the good news, however. You don't have to declare a culinary fatwa on all nightshades. This isn't about extreme elimination unless you discover a severe sensitivity. But if you've been experiencing persistent stiffness, chronic joint discomfort, or nagging nerve problems, it might be incredibly beneficial to experiment. Try cutting out eggplant specifically for a few weeks. Completely remove it from your diet. During this period, actively monitor your emotions and your physical sensations. Do you notice a remarkable reduction in rigidity in your joints? A surge of more vitality and energy throughout your day? A significant improvement in your equilibrium and balance? If so, congratulations. You've just successfully located and eliminated a major trigger for your discomfort. It's a powerful moment of discovery and control. Next up, prepare to be surprised again as we expose another seemingly healthy, innocent-looking nightshade vegetable that might just be silently, steadily wearing you down. Let's now tackle another seemingly healthful vegetable that, at first glance, appears utterly innocent, crunchy, and packed with vitality. But upon closer inspection, it could be a subtle source of discomfort, especially as we age. I'm talking about the green bell pepper. It seems like the epitome of fresh, healthy eating. However, my friends, green bell peppers can subtly but profoundly cause problems for elderly individuals, particularly for those who already contend with nagging nerve discomfort, persistent digestive problems, or chronic joint pain. Why this unexpected twist? The answer lies in something called lectins. Now, don't let the scientific term intimidate you. Think of lectins as natural plant proteins, almost like tiny sticky security guards. Their primary job is to protect plants from being eaten by animals and insects. They're the plant's built-in defense mechanism, allowing the plant to survive and thrive. But here's the rub. In the human body, particularly within an aging system that might already have some pre-existing sensitivities or vulnerabilities, these lectins can cause mild but persistent harm. Here's precisely how they do their subtle damage. Once consumed, these tenacious lectins don't just pass harmlessly through your digestive system. Instead, they have a tendency to literally adhere to the delicate lining of your stomach and intestines, much like Velcro sticking to fabric. When they bind to the gut wall, they begin to irritate it, like a persistent pebble in your shoe. This irritation can hinder the optimal absorption of crucial nutrients from your food, meaning you're not getting all the goodness you think you are. And even more critically, they can create microscopic openings, tiny gaps, between the cells that line your gut. This phenomenon is known as leaky gut syndrome. When your gut becomes leaky, undesirable particles, things like undigested food fragments, toxins, and yes, those persistent lectins can sneak out of your digestive tract and enter your bloodstream. Your immune system, ever vigilant, immediately perceives these particles as foreign invaders, triggering a low-grade, constant immunological response. This systemic immune activation then fuels widespread inflammation throughout your body, particularly in vulnerable areas like your joints and your nerves. The difficult part about this type of inflammation is that it develops so gradually, so silently, without any dramatic, screaming alarm bells. You might just notice your ankles feeling perpetually stiff in the morning, or perhaps you're a little more unsteady on your feet than you used to be. You might dismiss it as just aging, attributing it to the inevitable march of time. But sometimes, often, it's far more complicated than that. It's those silent inflammatory processes at work. And here's the really bad part, the fact that often goes unnoticed. Green bell peppers are simply unripe, red, yellow, or orange bell peppers. Think of them as the teenagers of the bell pepper family. They haven't fully matured. While all bell peppers contain some lectins, the green, unripe ones tend to have higher concentrations of these potentially irritating compounds. They haven't had the chance to develop the full spectrum of beneficial antioxidants that come with ripening. So, paradoxically, the green ones, which seem so vibrant and healthy, may actually be more harmful and don't provide the same level of protective compounds as their more mature, colorful counterparts, particularly for those with delicate joints or sensitive digestive systems. You might be wondering, does cooking help? A little, but often not enough to completely neutralize the effects of lectins for sensitive individuals. While cooking can reduce some of the lectin content, it doesn't eliminate it entirely. Furthermore, the danger remains significant because bell peppers are so often consumed raw in salads or only very lightly cooked in stir-fries, leaving the lectins largely intact and ready to cause trouble. So, should you ditch green peppers forever? Not necessarily for everyone. But if you've been experiencing persistent stomach problems, unexplained joint pain, or that frustrating brain fogginess that makes you feel perpetually spaced out, I strongly recommend a simple experiment. Try avoiding green bell peppers completely for 2 to 3 weeks. During this trial period, actively look for improvements. Do you notice a better sense of balance, a significant reduction in bloating and digestive discomfort, or perhaps clearer, sharper thinking? That, my friends, is genuine feedback, real progress, and a powerful indicator that green bell peppers might be a trigger for you. Now, if you are still watching, that means you really want to make changes in your diet. Here are the 3 incredible vegetables that I promise to unveil to you. These are vegetables that you should embrace and consume regularly. Let's talk about one of your kitchen's most underappreciated vegetables, a genuine powerhouse hiding in plain sight: carrots. Carrots are far more than just a convenient and colorful vegetable. They are genuinely strong, especially for elderly individuals who are committed to preserving their precious mental clarity, maintaining robust leg strength, and safeguarding their invaluable vision. Why are they such unsung heroes? The answer lies primarily in beta-carotene, a potent antioxidant found in abundance in carrots. Your body is incredibly clever. It efficiently converts this beta-carotene into vitamin A, a nutrient that is absolutely vital for maintaining healthy vision, particularly in low-light conditions. Ever struggle to see clearly when walking into a dimly lit room or driving at dusk? Vitamin A is your secret weapon. But carrots aren't just about eye health. They also actively shield your tiny blood vessels and sensitive nerves, particularly those in your legs and feet, which are often the first areas to suffer from age-related damage. How do they accomplish this impressive feat? Carrots are brimming with a powerful array of antioxidants that actively combat oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as rust forming on the intricate machinery of your body. It damages cells, including those delicate capillaries and crucial nerve endings. By neutralizing these free radicals, carrots help keep your internal machinery running smoothly. Furthermore, that wonderful vitamin A we discussed earlier also provides a crucial boost to your immune system. This is especially important as we gracefully navigate life beyond the age of 60, when your body's natural defenses can begin to wane, making you more susceptible to illness. So, that humble bowl of steaming asparagus and that handful of crunchy baby carrots you enjoy every day? It's far more than just a simple snack. It's a deliberate, powerful investment in your freedom, your health, and your continued vitality every single day. Let's talk about one of the true unsung heroes of healthy aging, a vegetable that may not be ostentatious, may not always be in style, or appear on the cover of trendy magazines, but is undoubtedly a quiet superstar for seniors. Broccoli. This remarkable cruciferous vegetable is a veritable shield, protecting your crucial blood flow, your precious brain, your often complaining joints, and your foundational legs. So, why is broccoli so remarkably successful at its job? The answer, simply put, lies in a powerful compound called sulforaphane. Broccoli, along with other members of the cruciferous plant family like cabbage and cauliflower, naturally contains this incredible substance. Sulforaphane is a biochemical marvel. It actively reduces cellular inflammation throughout your body, acts as a potent force in promoting robust heart and brain health, and astonishingly, even stimulates your body's natural detox enzymes. It's like having a tiny, efficient cleaning crew working round the clock inside your cells. Why is that information so critically important for those of us gracefully aging? Because, my friends, inflammation turns into a quiet, insidious foe as we get older. It's like a persistent, unseen enemy launching small, damaging attacks from within. As we age, this chronic inflammation impacts virtually everything. It can silently creep up your blood pressure, contribute to frustrating memory lapses and cognitive decline, exacerbate nagging tight joints, and leave your muscles feeling perpetually tired and depleted. Sulforaphane, found so richly in broccoli, acts as a powerful brake, aiding in halting this inflammatory cascade before it can cause significant long-term damage. It's a proactive defense system. Let's circle back to Harold, our 72-year-old retired truck driver. Remember his nightly mashed potato habit and how it led to his stiff knees, swollen legs, and general instability? Well, one day, after our discussion, he decided to make a straightforward but profound change. He literally substituted a cup of cooked broccoli for his usual mashed potatoes. It was a seemingly small dietary shift. At first, Harold wasn't sure what to anticipate. He told me he just figured, well, can't hurt to try. But then, the magic began to unfold. After just 2 weeks, Harold reported a remarkable increase in his energy levels throughout the day. Those afternoon slumps started to disappear. His legs felt significantly less swollen, less heavy, and his knees felt noticeably more stable, more cooperative. With a genuine smile, he even declared, "I no longer fear the stairs." That, my friends, is the transformative power of choosing the appropriate vegetable. It wasn't a miracle pill or a drastic diet. It was a simple, science-backed dietary swap. Let's move on to our final veggie superhero, spinach. Welcome to the world of one of the most potent, nutrient-dense greens you can possibly eat. You've undoubtedly heard, since childhood perhaps, that spinach is good for you. Popeye certainly made a strong case for it. But here's the crucial insight for those over 60. Spinach isn't just healthful in a general sense. It's an incredibly smart strategic move if you're looking to maintain your independence and vitality. So, how does spinach work its profound magic? The secret lies in its incredibly high concentration of organic nitrates. Think of them as tiny, powerful commandos in your bloodstream. When these plant-based compounds are consumed, your body cleverly converts them into a vital molecule called nitric oxide. This nitric oxide acts like a master engineer, signaling your blood vessels to widen and relax, a process known as vasodilation. This widening of blood vessels dramatically enhances circulation, particularly in those critical areas, your brain and your legs. What's the direct benefit of this increased blood flow? More oxygen being delivered to your muscles and brain, leading to stronger, more resilient muscles, quicker, more precise reflexes, increased attention and focus, and overall more fluid, effortless movement. And believe me, that counts immensely as we age. As we age, macular degeneration becomes a serious concern, threatening that central vision. When you can't see well, your confidence in movement wanes dramatically. You cease confidently walking outdoors. You pause, filled with hesitation, while operating a motor vehicle. You miss words in books and struggle to identify faces in a crowd. Spinach, by supplying these crucial antioxidants, helps preserve that vital clarity, ensuring you continue to be independent, deeply engaged with the world around you, and active in all your beloved hobbies. It's truly a gift for your eyes. Individually, each of these dietary decisions, whether to avoid or embrace, may appear minor. Perhaps just a slight tweak to a recipe or a conscious choice at the grocery store. But when taken as a cohesive whole, when consistently applied over time, these choices wield an astonishingly powerful influence over your mobility, your mental acuity, your physical vigor, and your invaluable capacity for independence. They build upon each other, creating a stronger, more resilient you. And let me gently remind you of Harold, in case you're sitting there, perhaps with a sigh, thinking, well, it's too late for me. I've already done too much damage. My habits are set in stone. Harold, remember, is 72 years old. For decades, every single night, without fail, he ate those mashed potatoes. He constantly battled stiff knees that complained with every step. He felt perpetually unsteady on his feet, and like so many, he genuinely believed that was simply the unavoidable nature of aging. He had resigned himself to a slow decline. Then he made just one powerful conscious change. He bravely substituted broccoli for his beloved potatoes. He started consciously including spinach and carrots into his daily lunches. And the results? After just a few weeks, he wasn't merely feeling a bit better. Oh no, Harold was experiencing a profound renaissance. He was quite literally living more confidently, taking on stairs and walks with a newfound spring in his step. He was thinking more clearly, his mind sharper and less foggy. And he was moving more effectively, with greater balance and less pain. His quality of life skyrocketed. That, my friends, is the incredible, undeniable power of making well-informed decisions. Decisions grounded in solid science, not fleeting fads. You don't need a cupboard full of expensive, complicated supplements that promise miracles. You don't need to embark on a sophisticated, highly restrictive diet that feels overwhelming and unsustainable. What you truly need, what truly makes the difference, is consistency and clarity in your dietary choices. So, I have a final important question for you now, and I genuinely want to hear your thoughts. Which vegetable we discussed today caught you most off guard? Was it one you frequently eat, perhaps without realizing its potential downsides? Or was it one you've been avoiding, unaware of its incredible advantages? Tell me in the comments below. I read every one of them, and I'm genuinely interested in knowing your thoughts and experiences. If you found this video helpful, if it sparked a new understanding or inspired you to make a positive change, please do me a huge favor. Give it a like, share it with friends and family who could benefit, and most importantly, subscribe to Senior Life Fitness so you don't miss any more of our valuable advice on being free, thinking clearly, and aging gracefully and vibrantly.